my channel, where nightmares are not just dreams, but real stories waiting to be told. Tonight, I bring you terrifying true stories. Stories that will make you question reality. Stories so disturbing they might just keep you up at night. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and whatever you do, don't look behind you.
Location: Black Hollow, Maine. Year 2019. The town of Black Hollow had always been small, tucked away in a forgotten corner of Maine where the forests stretched for miles and the mist rolled in like a living thing. It wasn't the kind of place where people went missing until Jonathan Reeves did. Jonathan wasn't special. A school teacher, single, quiet. He had lived in Black Hollow for 5 years without incident. Then, one night, he vanished. His car was found outside his small house, door wide open, keys still in the ignition. His front door was unlocked. The police found his dinner untouched on the table, his bed neatly made. No signs of struggle, just gone. They searched for weeks. They found nothing. Not until the messages started. It started with his neighbor, old Mrs. Thatcher. 3 weeks after Jonathan's disappearance, she woke to find a note pinned to her front door. "He is hollow now," scrawled in shaky, erratic handwriting, no signature, no explanation. Then the others came. Notes slipped under doors, nailed to trees, left on windshields. All the same, he is hollow now. Some people thought it was a prank. But then the whispers began. It happened at night. A sound so soft, barely there, like someone breathing in your ear when no one was around. People reported hearing their own names spoken from dark corners, from beneath their beds, from their closets. The town was terrified. And then, one night, Jonathan came back. It was Sheriff Ellis who found him, standing in the middle of the road, barefoot, wearing the same clothes he had disappeared in. He was thin, too thin, like something had drained him. His eyes weren't right. When Ellis called his name, Jonathan didn't react. He didn't blink, didn't move, just stood there. When they took him to the hospital, he wouldn't speak, wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink. Just sat in the hospital bed staring at the ceiling, smiling. The doctors had no answers, no drugs, no trauma, no injuries. Just vacant. Then the nurse saw his reflection. She had been adjusting his IV, not looking directly at him. But then, out of the corner of her eye, his reflection moved. His head turned toward her. But in the bed, he hadn't moved. She ran screaming. She quit that night. And Jonathan? He disappeared again, that same night. They found his hospital bed empty, his window open. The security cameras showed nothing, just static, as if he had never been there at all. And then the disappearances started. One by one, people began vanishing. A store clerk locking up for the night. A teenager on his way home. A father taking out the trash. Gone. No struggle, no sounds. And in their places, more notes. He is hollow now. The whispers grew louder. People started seeing him. A shadow, just out of view. A shape watching from the tree line. A man standing beneath a street lamp, face hidden in the dark. But when they looked directly at him, he wasn't there. The town of Black Hollow was dying. Sheriff Ellis was the last to go. He had stayed awake for 3 days, shotgun by his side, trying to keep the town together. The night before he disappeared, he made a final call to his sister in another state. The voicemail was the last thing anyone ever heard from him, his voice shaking. "It's him. He's here. I saw his face. There's nothing inside, just empty. God help me, I think he..." Static, then silence. The town is abandoned now, a ghost town. The buildings still stand, untouched. Plates still sit on tables. Shops have products lined up, waiting for customers who will never come. But if you go there, if you drive through Black Hollow, past the rotting welcome sign, you might hear it. A whisper. Software. Almost a breath. Your name. And if you look into a dark window, a broken mirror, or the reflection in a puddle on the street, you might see him, still standing there, still watching, hollow.
Okay, you made it. But are you sure you are alone? Shadows stretch long in the dark, and sometimes things watch from the corners. If you enjoy the stories, make sure to subscribe my channel before it's too late. Leave a comment below if you are there, but remember, some stories should never be told. I hope I'll see you very soon.